Jesus calls us to follow Him, even though we are great sinners. Dear brothers and sisters, in today's Gospel passage, we read about the call of Matthew the tax collector. The tax collectors were considered as traitors by the Jews because they were collecting taxes on behalf of the Roman Empire, which was ruling over Israel. Moreover, they made use of their office to collect unjust amounts from the people for their personal benefit. As a result, they were looked down upon by the society and excluded in almost all the social circles of the Jews. Jesus, however, did not look down upon them, but rather reached out even to them, and thus he was quickly labeled as the friend of tax collectors and sinners. The call of Matthew teaches us that Jesus calls us to follow Him even though we are great sinners. Being the unworthy servants of Christ, we must approach our vocation with great humility, realizing that God has called us to Himself, not because of any merit, skill, or qualification of ours. Rather, He has called us out of His pure mercy. On the day of religious profession, the superior asks the novice who is entering into religious life, "What do you seek?" The reply to this question is, God's mercy and yours. It is a profound statement reminding us that all of us who are disciples of Christ are called by Him only out of His mercy, a mercy that we need at every moment of our Christian lives. God does not call the qualified, rather He qualifies those whom He has called. The book of Lamentations tells us that God's mercy is new every morning. Let us consider the example of the 12 apostles. In each of them, there were so many imperfections and weaknesses, and yet Jesus patiently taught them and formed them throughout the time that He was with them. The glorious result was that 11 of them became His witnesses to the ends of the earth, the pillars of the church that He established. Saint Peter in his first letter writes, "But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's own people, that you may declare the wonderful deeds of Him who called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. Once you were no people, but now you are God's people. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy." As we thank God for the mercy He has shown us, let us pray for the grace to respond to His call by allowing Him to transform and mold our sinful nature, just as the potter molds the clay.